The light is red, the kids are in bed, which means it is time for Mile High Musings with me, Aaron Yowell, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Oh my God, what's good, sports fans? It's your boy Aaron Yowell, and you are listening to Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and we're trying a little something different tonight. There's my face! I'm on Twitch right now because we are practicing doing some video streaming on the channel, and I have an active Twitch, and so I am doing this as a test run. We will be on StreamYard next week. We've already worked it out, but welcome to the show. My God, it is good to see you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans of all ages. It is time we breathe in that rarefied mountain air. Oh my gosh. I need you to know I did that whole intro with my mic muted because I'm trying to be sweaty. Welcome to the new and improved Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. It was not muted on the audio, but it was muted on the video, so welcome. We're trying a little two-headed monster here. I've got me going on Twitch right now, twitchtv.com/Mystic Paladin, MYSTIK Paladin. It's my old gamer Twitch that I'm trying a little practice on. We've got Spreaker, jumping on chat. We've got Twitch. It's all good, but so excited to be here tonight for episode 35. Everyone, calm down. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans of all ages, it is time we ascend to the top of the peak and breathe in that rarefied mountain air as I give you sports takes 1 mile above the rest. On tonight's show, we're going to talk about the lackluster effort put forth by the Nuggets in Game 1 of Round 2. In the Western Conference semifinals. We will talk about the Rockies and their penchant for continuing to suck, and just who, and it looks like it's a foregone conclusion maybe, who will the Avalanche face this week as round 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals kicks off. But before we get into that and all that is good, let's handle some business. For the last 9 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to keep up with the latest in sports and with our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website, iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and all of our show pages with personal bios and the podcast feed for each individual show, including this one, Mile High Musings. Check out the show page at iesportsradio.com/Mile High Musings. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, and so much more. For nearly a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans and for the fans, and we thank each and every one of you for all of your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's good, sports fans? It's your boy Aaron Yowell from Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and I am super excited to tell you about a new sponsor on the network, Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm's Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket beef jerky offers gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. That's my favorite part. This is some of the best beef jerky you can get your hands on. Check them out online, planetjerky.com. Once again, a huge shout-out to our sponsor, Planet Jerky, Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. the jerky that is on a whole other planet.
And we're back. Welcome to segment 1 of episode 35 of Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. That's right, and we're going to start off with something bad because, I don't think it's going to be a very happy pod tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got Ricky in the chat. Ricky, Larry B, thanks for being in the chat. We're so glad you're here. But let's start with the Rockies because they're just god-awful. Hey, did you know they broke a record this week? That's right. They broke a record because they finally led a game wire to wire after 31 straight games not leading wire to wire. That's right. The Rockies looked like dog crap yet again after coming off of the Mexico series. They lost 7-6 to the Marlins, 4-1 to the Marlins, and 5-4 to the Marlins before beating the Pirates 3-2 in that monumental wire to wire win for our Rockies. And then they lost 1-0 yesterday, and they lost 5-3 this afternoon. Thankfully, they're headed home to play a game Tuesday. Unfortunately, they have the Giants, who trounced them, and who are 7 games ahead of them in the standings. Rockies, basement dwellers, 8-26. Could this be the actual worst team in Major League Baseball history? And I would hate for that to be a thing for our Rockies, but boy howdy, it looks like it. It sure does look like they are. Looks like they're going to be terrible. Adam just jumped into chat. Adam, am I ready for the Stars? I don't know, brother. You tell me. I got to be honest with you, man. I didn't watch a lot of that series. We're going to get to it later in the third segment, but first impressions is I'm not impressed. I'm just not. We'll talk about it in the third segment, so hopefully you're still around for that. I know you're a central time zone guy like I am, and you're my hockey guy. So hopefully you can hang out for the third segment. We're only going to go 3 segments tonight, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages. I definitely got us started a little late by dinking around with some of this technology, and I'm trying it out, and I want to see how it goes. It's kind of weird seeing my face right now. But the Rockies, terrible. I was looking up some of the stats, looking for bright spots. Brenton Doyle, okay. Ryan McMahon is our only bright spot. He's at 1.7 wins against replacement. He's batting over 300. Other than that, I mean, anybody else batting over 300 has less than 10 games played. So the Rockies just continue to be awful. And I am not going to go very long on this because I don't want it to be a gripe sesh. But I really, truly think that it's the way the organization is being run from the top. I don't think they're put in a position to succeed. And I believe I said that in the series preview with the Rockies as we were getting into spring training and all that. I just really don't think they were put in a position to be successful. Adam said you need a strong stomach to look at those Rocky stats. I very rarely check Rocky stats after meals. It's just how it is. Because that would be terrible. That would be just awful. So, you've got Elias Diaz who's hitting 308. Rymack has 5 homers, 304. Rymack has 19 RBIs. Those are your team leaders. Now, if we look at team stats, 120 runs scored on the year, tied for 26. So not last. Batting average 236, 20th. Not last. On base percentage, 298, 26th. Not last. And slugging percentage, 23rd at 360. Not last. But where would we rank last? Oh, Jesus. All the pitching stats, right? Like every single pitching stat would just be the actual worst, I think. So the thing that frustrates me about today's game is that the Rockies were leading, and then they didn't. A sad question you can ask before Memorial Day. This is from Ricky K. Ricky, I had your New York stuff queued up and ready to go on the video, and then it stopped working. So I got you next week, brother. Ricky said, who do you expect to be the Rockies' best trade piece at the deadline? Well, Ricky, it depends on who they... It depends on how they want to go forward. We gave up some of our veteran presence at the trade deadline last year in CJ Crone and Randall Grichuk. Who's everybody going to want? Ryan McMahon and Ezekiel Tovar. Who's the one guy we're not going to give up? Ezekiel Tovar. I really don't want them to give up Ryan McMahon because we gave up Nolan Arenado, and we haven't been good since. Not that we were really good with Nolan, but we haven't been really good since. So I think Ryan McMahon is probably going to be the most desired trade piece that people might actually think we would get rid of. I think number one trade piece would be Ezekiel Tovar, but there ain't no way. I think they hitched their wagon to that boy early, and they're going to go ahead and just ride him out. And it is sad. But heck with waiting for the deadline. Any chance Colorado would sell now? Cubs are in desperate need of a bullpen. Brother, you don't want any of our pitchers, Adam. Adam, you don't want our pitchers. You don't want them. Because like I said, our offensive stats, not the actual worst, but let's go ahead and pull up those pitching stats, shall we? That's right. Let's see. Oh, dead last. Dead last in ERA at 5.65. Let's see here. Second to last in saves. Last in shutouts. Almost last in quality starts. Almost last in innings pitched by pitchers. So, Adam, who of that do you want? I don't think you want any of that, brother. Sorry. The Cubs are at least like middle of the road as far as ERA is concerned, but you don't want our bullpen, dude. So, all that to say, Rockies suck. They continue to suck, and the fix is really what's it going to take for the Monforts to give up control? Because I think it's the Monforts. I think it's Dick and Charlie Monfort who have ran this organization into the ground. They're not even playing it like MLB The Show, like GM mode. They kind of did with the Chris Bryant move, but other than that, they really haven't. And it's super, super disappointing. So I think that's where the change needs to be, is at the very, very tippy top. And we just need a new culture infusion for the team. We're going to take our first break. On the other side, let's talk about more garbage and how the Denver Nuggets played last night. You're listening to Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey yo, what's up? It's your man Bishop, the voice of This Is KC Sports, the show where we go over the Chiefs, the Royals, KC Current, Sporting KC, MU, and oh yeah, if we got time, we'll even throw in some of that KU stuff for my people on the 913 South. Come and hang out with us every Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What a quick one. We're back. Gotta give some love to my KC boy there. Let's talk Nuggets. Do we have to? Yeah, we have to talk Nuggets. Look, in this week, we went ahead and, well, I hit the wrong button. Excuse me while my technology goes sideways. Hang on a minute. I did it again. So help me Jesus. I'm trying to click on my notes, and my notes keep jumping around. This week, we had the absolute pleasure of dispatching the Los Angeles Lakers. And to be very, very honest with you, the defending NBA champions did not look like NBA champions in that series. They played halves of basketball games where it seemed they were relatively disinterested for about half the game, and then they went, well, damn, I guess we better. And they would turn it on and win. And even the game they lost, I was like, Jesus, we're going to come back and win this, aren't we? Like, we're really going to do them like that. And then I thought, well, how poetic. I said it on last week's show. Boy, it's going to be nice to win at home. And Taryn was like, pride goeth before the fall. And I told Taryn that it's not pride, homie, it's stats. Well, pride wenteth before the fall last night. Nuggets were down 18-4 in the first quarter. And I know that we had been really, really, really loving the slow starts in the Lakers series. But against a dynamic team like Minnesota, you can't do that. Not even a little bit. Now, here's the thing. Ralph's in the chat. What's up, Ralph? We got Adam, we got Ricky, we got Larry B. Now, listen, here's the deal. I'm not a doomsdayer. Hence the episode title, Everybody Calm Down. The amount of people in my timeline on X that are like doom and glooming this series already is unbelievable. Now let's start with what cannot be denied. Anthony Edwards is unreal. I do not like the Michael Jordan comps because I am old enough to have watched MJ in his heyday. I don't think there will ever be another like him, but Ant is surely close. But Ant is only 22, and he's got a long way to go. And if everybody loves the MJ comps, then everybody better take a breath, because MJ was 29 when he won his first title. So if Ant is on the MJ track, Minnesota fans better buckle in for another 7 years. Now, the T-Wolves are super talented, as Ralph said in the chat, but so are the Nuggets. And I think, there are zero. Thank you, Adam, my Chicago man. Thank you. I am a Michael Jeffrey Jordan fan to the end. There are no comps to MJ. Never have been, never will be. Adam, I am with you 100%. I am tired of all of the comps. Tired of it. Anthony Edwards is his own player. He's good. He popped off last night. He has popped off against the Nuggets multiple times. But let me tell you where the game was lost. The game was lost in the fourth quarter when the Nuggets got caught standing around, not boxing out everybody else. When Naz Reid went on his little 14-point bender on his own, that's when the game got out of hand. Because the Nuggets were right there. They started 18-4 and were up at the end of the first and up at halftime and still in the game in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, when they were just kind of like, altitude's going to kick in, right? That's what I even told my nephew. I was like, just wait, homie. Just wait. My nephew was acting very much like my sister last night, like poking the bear. They were over. I made tacos a little early. I know today is Cinco de Mayo. But he was like, oh, Ant, MJ, and I was like, son, just hang on. Now, Ant did end up popping off, and he had a good game. Jamal Murray has been hot garbage for the playoffs. He's playing hurt. He still killed the Lakers twice, and when it mattered. The Nuggets half-assed their way to a 4-1 gentleman's sweep of the Lakers. Probably could have swept them if they cared any. And they probably went into this one going, well, I mean, we're the champs or whatever. It's the first time I've really felt like this team has been arrogant, and it really pissed me off last night. What bums me out is that tomorrow's game is at 9 o'clock Central, 8 Mountain, and that's late for you, boy. But oh well. Last night was also the first night I broke out the new blue, not the Jordan blues, the navy blue. Bought myself a Jokic jersey. Happy belated birthday to me. Broke it out last night, wore it, and now I got to wash all the bad juju off it. But here's the thing. Like I say, let's get down to analysis, because basketball's my sport, y'all. The Nuggets didn't make enough shots, even though they shot 40% from three. They didn't make enough bunnies, including a one Nikola Jokic. Who, MJ, well, he sort of played baseball, Ralph. Sort of. He attempted. MJ sort of attempted to play baseball. Anyways, Nikola Jokic missing bunnies. Jamal Murray didn't score in the first half of a playoff game. He is statistically the NBA's greatest playoff riser in history, and he had 0 points in the first half. My big takeaway here is that I don't think the Nuggets will let this happen again. Also, if anybody cares, and I did not come out with this publicly, other than to my family, who asks, who know I do this show, I said Nuggets in 6. And I said each team would steal one. So far, I'm looking pretty good. Now, I don't think you see the same Denver Nuggets team. That doesn't mean that you won't see the same Minnesota team. I don't know that that was an A-plus game from them, and I don't think you've seen a single A-plus game from the Denver Nuggets all playoffs long. Nuggets have played 6 games. They haven't played an A-plus game once. I don't even know if they played a B-plus game once. And they're still 4-2 in the playoffs. You need 16 wins. It just drives me nuts how many people are so quick to, oh, Nuggets are done. It's over. Done. Wolves in 4. No, are you kidding? The NBA is ridiculous, and the playoffs are insane. It's fine. I hope the Timberwolves woke a sleeping giant. They might have just poked the damn bear. The Nuggets needed a challenge. That's the one thing about Jokic. It's frustrating as, I never played high-level ball, y'all. I grew up, I played ball, I got hurt. I decided to go sing and teach singing and then teach acting. So I have degrees in singing and playing pretend. And I watch sports because it's fun. But I've never been so frustrated with another basketball player who just is like, I guess I need a challenge. I mean, come on. Really? Jokic is the biggest challenge merchant on the planet. He needs to be challenged. And he hasn't been challenged yet until last night. And now he's probably like, horses? No, I play basketball now. It's fine. The thing about Jokic is you get him once, it's hard to get him twice. So Timberwolves might have got him, and they might get him again one more again, but we'll see. I think the Nuggets are going to come out pissed. Y'all, they look terrible and they only lost by 7, and Ant went nuclear. Wait, Adam, you're a music major? Let's go. Music majors unite. Let's go. I loved it. I taught choir for 11 years, brother. I sang opera, professional musical theater. I'm the weirdest theater person you've ever seen because here I am doing a sports podcast. But you're not going to see the same Nuggets team tomorrow night. And it's going to be awesome. So get that popcorn ready because Jokic is coming. We're going to take another break. On the other side, let's talk some hockey. You're listening to Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Everybody, this is Taryn Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of thunderous spikes? Then I have the show for you, Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Y'all, go give Set Point a listen. Taryn Rodriguez, one of the hardest working people in sports podcasting. I know Taryn's hustling. Taryn's usually in the chat. I haven't even played his drop for him yet. Waiting for Taryn to get in. I'll play it, Taryn. Don't worry. If you're going to catch it later. So let's talk hockey. It's time. I'm kitted out. I've got the alternate. I've got the hat that matches. And the Avs now have an opponent. That's right. Finally. We have waited a week for this, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, but it is time for a Central Division showdown. I like that the Avs got to play all Central teams in the first 2 rounds. I like it. Because we needed a redemption arc against Winnipeg, and we got it. Oh boy, did we get it. And now we get Dallas. The only thing that I wish, the only thing that sucks about this series is that the Avs don't have home ice, but it proved to be a non-starter in the last series, and being a former Colorado resident, now a transplant who lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, that flight's not that bad. That travel's not that bad. I have done it a lot, not recently, but I've done it a lot, and it's a lot easier than Winnipeg, Manitoba. Now, I watched the first 2 periods of tonight's game and had it on kind of in the background as I was prepping tonight's show. Kept an eye on it. The entire first round here, I am so far not impressed. And it's no hate to Drewski and Kale and the shows and the teams. I'm just not impressed. And I say that not because the Avalanche mopped the floor with the Jets and the presumptuous Vezina Trophy winner Connor Hellebuck. The Avs were playing, and this is the other hard thing. The Avs were playing on a whole nother level. And the speed that they possess looks like it could blow doors off of either of those teams that played tonight for the privilege of taking on the Avalanche Tuesday night. Game 1 is Tuesday night. Adam put it in the chat. Game 1 Tuesday night in Dallas. Probably be another 9 o'clock start. Actually, it won't be. Taryn, there he is. Taryn's in chat, which means you know what time it is.
In this house, we praise the Lord and cheer for them Denver Broncos.
Taryn, I waited the whole show for you to get in here for that. Yeah. So listen, hopefully, because it's Dallas, it won't be 9 o'clock puck drops, because those are going to kill me, y'all. I long for the Nugs and the Avs to get later into the playoffs when there's not so many teams and games on one night, so it's not 9 o'clock Central every night. Maybe that was the problem with the Nuggets last night. They played at like 5 Mountain. They weren't awake yet. Oh. Been busy. Yeah, because you hustling, Taryn. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. I appreciate your hustle as well. Nuggets got beat last night because they didn't play at 9 o'clock like every other game. That's it. Regardless. Av Stars. I'm pumped. We need to take a look at Avalanche versus Stars head to head this year. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Come with me, folks. Let's take a look. All right. We can do a full-on preview. I got time. Let's do a series preview right now. The Colorado Avalanche leading scorer throughout the regular season, Nathan MacKinnon. Drewski's just in time to talk Stars and Avs. We got Drewski in the house. My man who was on ESPN the other night at the Mavs game. I see you. Looking forward to Stars and Avs. Me too. And you're here just in time for me to... You know me. You know me. You, especially Drewski, you know me because we go back and forth all the time. I am always, even though I'm a homer, I'm objective because... Or subjective. Objective? Non-biased. If good is good, I'm going to acknowledge it. It's Sunday night. The baby wore me out today. I'm objective. Put those college degrees to work. I'm excited for this series. So, Colorado Avalanche leading scorer throughout the regular season. Hart Trophy front runner. Adam, front runner. What do you think? A 1, Nathan MacKinnon. 140 points on the year. The team's leading goal scorer with 51 goals, and the team's leading assist man with 89 assists. Not a bad line. Not a bad line. Dallas Stars, leading scorer for the year, Jason Robertson, J-Row. 80 points on the year, 29 goals, 51 assists. The team leading goal scorer was Wyatt Johnson with 32 goals, but Dallas brings a roster in that's deep. At one point during the year, and you can correct me in the chat if you've got the exact number, but they led the league in team with the most 20 goal scorers. Adam said MacKinnon will definitely be up there. If he's not a finalist, this thing is rigged, man. And if he doesn't have some first place votes, I don't buy it. Because Kucherov still ain't playing. And I know the votes had to be in before the playoffs started, blah, blah, blah. But 29. I'm wearing it. If you're just listening, you can't see it. If you're watching me on Twitch, you can. 29. Wearing it. That's my dog. Roof. So, I mean, it's the playoffs. Everybody's injured, so we've got a lot. Avs have a lot of day-to-days. Drew N, I don't expect 6 players over 20-plus goals. Thank you, Drewski. I don't expect Drew N until later in this series if it goes long. Kivirantis, day-to-day, he's been sick. Sammy G, day-to-day, concussion protocol, been sick. Eustace Sananen, day-to-day, he was sick. Stars, Hakanpää's out, Marshman's out, but those are like return dates tomorrow, Tuesday, so we'll see. Sagan's day-to-day. Dadonov is on IR, but I swear I saw him out there today. I'm not saying you're Vegas, and Drewski, thank you for the Stars for beating Vegas because they're cheaters. But let's look at these team stats real quick. So Avalanche, the leading scoring team all year. 3.68 goals per game. Stars 3.59, so they're not that far behind. Here's where the Stars get us, though. He was out there. Okay, cool. I thought I saw him. So Avs 3.07 goals against because Georgiev was kind of a leaky sieve during the year. And Dallas gave up 2.83. Cheaters. They are, man. They're freaking cheaters. All that LTIR crap they pull. Cheaters. I'll say it to Kale's face. Cheaters. I'm glad y'all beat them. Avs, 33 shots per game. Stars, 31.6 shots per game. Stars give up 28.7 shots per game. Avs give up 29.8. Now, this is regular season numbers. This isn't just for the playoffs because the Avs cooked Connor Hellebuck and Georgiev. He was still a 3. Well, okay, take away that first game. But the Avs didn't give up 29 shots a game. That's for darn sure. Avs had a lot more penalty minutes. I mean, there's just lots of stuff. But as we get into this, we're going to take a look at this. I need to see the regular season series. Game 1, November 18th, Avs win 6-3. That was a big old fat comeback. Stars were up 3-0 in that game, and Avs turned around and scored 6 in a row on them, I do believe. Game 2, January 4th, Avs win 5-4 in overtime, another comeback game. Game 3, February 27th, Avs win 5-1, and it probably was a comeback game because that was our MO all year. Stars probably scored the first one, and then we probably scored the rest of them. And then the Stars gave it to us 7-4, April 7th. That's funny, 7-4 on 4-7. Mm-hmm. It was a, crazy regular season series. Stars did finish 6 points ahead of us in the standings. They went 7. So how beaten up? I mean, Drewski, for real, how tired are the Stars going to be? Avs have been sitting for 7 days, which does give me pause because they're a high-flying team that's been trying to simulate game speed, maybe, for the last week. I think the Avs are going to come out slow Tuesday night, gang. I think the first 5 or 10 minutes, the Stars are probably going to dominate it because they've got not fresher legs, but more warmed-up legs. That's not a thing. You know what I mean. I am not going to give... Oh, I have to give a prediction because it starts now. Drewski, don't hate me. Avs in 6. After what I saw in the series, bro, and what I saw in the Avs first series, Avs in 6. Because I didn't think that they'd... Yeah, I know, the depth. I know. But I got to be a homer every once in a while. Maybe Avs in 7. I'll give you Avs in 7. You can have 3. The Avs proved that playoffs are totally different than regular season because Winnipeg smoked us 3 times. They just beat the living tar out of us 3 times this year. And then what did the Avs turn around and do? Made Winnipeg take the L on the way out. So, I mean, it is what it is. Drewski, what needs to happen, dude, is this one needs to go 7, and then the Mavs need to win on their side, and the Nuggets need to win on our side, and then we get Mavs-Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals. That's what needs to happen, my man. Then it'd be for real. Then we have to do crossover episodes. If it's Nuggets, Mavs, Western, we should do a crossover episode for this. I'm just saying. Come on. The Avs just proved that playoffs is so different than regular season because they torched Winnipeg. Stars in 6. I feel you. You go Stars in 6, I'll go Avs in 6. We'll just balance each other out. It's fine. Adam, you're the local hockey guy. If you want to get in on this, you can. Come on. We should do it. I I think the first 5 or 10 minutes are going to belong to Dallas, especially because it's going to be in Dallas, and then I think the Avs are probably going to turn it up. Just can we not give up a goal or two in those first 5 or 10 minutes? That would be the key. Not that they have a problem playing from behind, because we've done it a lot all regular season and during the playoffs. Valanche has 7 goals in the playoffs so far. Arturi Lehkonen has 5. McKinnon and Rantanen had less than awesome series, and they both ended up with 9 points. Makar, 9 points. Makar had the best goal in the playoffs so far. Full stop. His 200-foot job beating Hellebuck. Full stop. Game 4. He won't win the Norris this year. Quinn Hughes will do it, and that's fine. Whatever. Quinn Hughes barely still in the playoffs. It's fine. Nikita Kucherov's not in the playoffs anymore. Come on, McKinnon for Hart. Let's go. Do I have anything else on the Dallas Avs series? No, I'm excited because we finally know who it is. I'm excited. It's going to be, look, if the regular season games between the Stars and the Avs tell us anything, it's going to be a great series. Because they were high-scoring games. They were comeback games. I just hit a button on my thing, and I don't know what I did. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm also just finally glad to know who we're playing. It was weird to have the middle of the week off. I'm not saying that to be arrogant, because the Nuggets closed it in 5 and the Avs closed it in 5. I mean, it was game, and then all of a sudden it was nothing. And I need you to know that I was tuning into more like ancillary hockey than I was basketball. So it is what it is. Let's take one more break. On the other side, we'll put a bow on this dang thing. You're listening to Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, sports fans? You're listening to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your favorite West Coast Wisconsinite, Bernie Bango, and if you're a cheesehead, come listen to my show, Big Cheese Sports, where we road trip around America's Dairyland, previewing, reviewing, predicting, debating, and digging into all that is Wisconsin sports at the college and pro levels. Join me on IE Sports Radio, Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Standard. Bernie out.
Yeah, give Bernie Bango a listen. One of my Sunday homies. For sure. And we're back here on Mile High Musings, here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all those sports. Don't forget to check out the show over on X at Mile High Musings _IESR. Don't forget to go to the website, www.iesportsradio.com, to check out a list of all of the shows, check out all the other shows, the calendar, meet our hosts. They're awesome. A lot of them have been in the chat tonight. I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat. Adam said right as we went to break, hate to sound cliche, but this will be a classic Rest versus Rust matchup. Stars just got done with a long physical series with Vegas, while Colorado handled Winnipeg so quickly. As I said, I think the Avs are going to come out slow because they've been sitting, which is crazy because they're so fast. They're so fast. But I want to put a bow on today with this. I mentioned it in segment 2 with the Nuggets about how a lot of my timeline was doom and gloom because of last night. And I listened to some other podcasters who cover explicitly the Nuggets. And one of the hosts at the end of the show was like, geez, people, watch sports for longer. You know, because they had nothing but doom and gloom in their show chat, in their mentions and all of that. And I say all that to say, I say, on this show, in this community that we have over here at IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all those sports, I never fear coming on the air. Even, I mean, if you've been with us since the beginning, I had to cover the Broncos this year. Yeah. I'm leaving that hanging for effect.
What, Daddy?
Well, Penny, we had to cover the Broncos this year, and they were terrible.
Go Broncos.
I know, baby, because you know how Daddy feels about it.
In this house, we praise the Lord and cheer for them Denver Broncos.
And what I'm trying to say is that coming on to the show tonight after the Nuggets gave up the goose in Game 1, after having covered the Broncos all year, after having to talk about the Rockies, not having to, getting to talk about the Rockies on the show, having the show in general, and regardless of what happens over the course of the next 2 weeks with both teams in Ball Arena, I will tell you that I have been able to come on the air with no fear. Because the community that we've built here at IE Sports Radio, yes, we have teams that play against each other because of the geographical thing. Drewski's teams play my teams a lot. And that is what it is. And, you know, I never feel like Drewski's going to come on and roast me. He's never going to blow up my chat. I'm never going to blow up his. It's just a really nice community that we have here. And it's just a bunch of Homer sports fans covering our sports teams. Some of us are doing it for fun. Some of us are doing it because they want that to be the hustle, and I respect that. But I say to you this. Regardless of whether your team made the playoffs or not, whether they're in the lottery, whether they're getting bounced, got bounced, or maybe are going to get bounced here in the next week or so, at least we have sports. At least there's something that we care about that is our escape. Because some people aren't as lucky as us. And to all my homies in the chat, thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for getting involved in the shows consistently. Thank you for bringing in truth. Thank you for bringing this Homer back to reality when he needs to be brought back to reality. Because I tell you right now, I was pissed last night. But then I got to go to bed. And there's nothing that I can do. There's no amount of ranting, yelling, doom-daying, doom-saying, burning the brand new jersey. There's none of that. None of that's going to help the Nuggets. The whole, don't wear that because it doesn't, the juju, you didn't wear that, you didn't sit there. It doesn't matter. Those of us that are superstitious, or maybe just a little stitious, or maybe just stitious. I am superstitious. Superstitious. I was during the 22 run. I was during last year's NBA Finals. Like, I can't help it. I'm an idiot. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that I have this community. I'm thankful that I have this platform. Thankful that we get to just have fun talking about our teams. For me, it's an escape. It's a Sunday night escape before the week starts. It's for fun. Started at 4th of July last year. And here we are. We're almost at a year. Not quite 52 episodes by the time we get there, but hey, we're closing in on a year, and I want to thank everybody in the community for all their support and their willingness to come in here and dog on my Broncos, even if they did reach for Bo Nix at 12, like Adam said. But as Adam also said in chat, thank God we don't have to start Zach Wilson. So, I hope that everybody has a most excellent and fantastic week. I hope that you stay safe out there. If your teams are still in it, enjoy it because it might end quick. And I'm not just saying that because I wore a Denver Nuggets jersey last night. Also, if you're the praying kind, prayers up. I do have a job interview on Tuesday, trying to get back in the classroom after taking a year to work in sort of the corporate world. It's just not working out, and I want to be back in the classroom teaching, because that is why God put me on this planet. So, from one homer to the next, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sports fans of all ages, thank you so much for tuning in to Mile High Musings here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Enjoy your week, and as always, big old fat Mile High salute to you.
Go Broncos.
In this house, we praise the Lord and cheer for them Denver Broncos.